like a referee with a whistle. We back with another, another. Yeah. What's that? Thursday afternoon. Doesn't feel like it though. They doesn't feel like Thursday. You know. I don't know what it is. It just don't feel like Thursday, man. You know. I titled this video "Everybody Cool until the cops show up." Yeah, everybody cool until the cops show up, boy. That's if you live in New York. Oh boy. You know, everybody got relatives that's from New York. They used to come down south back in the day. When I was a kid, I had relatives that used to come down every summer. And we were teenagers back then. And you know, New York is one of those places, New York is a bubble. We call New York a bubble. New York, LA, Miami, Houston, Atlanta, what else? I said LA. That's about it. Don't when we say a bubble, that means that those places are one of a kind type places. Things happen in those cities that doesn't happen anywhere else across the country. That's what we call a bubble. So once you go outside of New York City, LA, Atlanta, Boston, Miami, that shit ain't gonna work. A lot of that shit ain't gonna work. People don't function the same. They don't talk the same. They don't act the same. They don't, they don't dress the same. They don't look the same. They don't do nothing the same. But I remember, like, my cousin used to come down from New York every summer. This went on for like probably 15 years straight. Until I turned, I don't know, until I left home, basically. Until I left home and went to college. And, he used to come home with different people. Sometimes it's a crew of people, sometimes it's one or two people. And New York got this thing where in New York, they think like everybody's cool. It don't matter where you're from. You can be from the islands. You can be from... It don't matter where you're from in New York City. Everybody in New York think everybody's cool. And I just never bought into that idea. I just never bought into it. Something about that... Because my cousin used to argue with us about this shit. He used to be like, yo, in New York, man, we... You know what I'm saying? I'm from Brooklyn, yo. I said, where you from? I'm from Queens. Queens get the money, I said, hey, where you from? I'm from the Bronx, or Boston Road, that type of shit, So, a lot of New Yorkers, when they get together, it's like they got this fake camaraderie. It's like everybody's cool, even though they live in different boroughs. And I just never bought into that shit either. I knew it was bullshit. At 14, I knew it was some bullshit. I know it was just a bunch of talk. Something within me just told me, that's a bunch of bullshit y'all talking. Y'all just doing a bunch of talking, and that's it. You know, I didn't have no proof of any of this. I just knew. I trust my instincts. You know, even back then when I was a teenager, that the shit they talking is just a bunch of talk. You know, first time I went to New York, people were saying where they were from, this and that. Oh, I'm from the Caribbean. I'm from Puerto Rico. I'm from St. Thomas. I'm from Jamaica. Everybody's from someplace else because New York is full of immigrants, you know. So when they got to me, they said, "Hey, bro, where you from?" "I'm from South Carolina." Oh, that was the end of that conversation. It wasn't nothing else left to say. That shit was short, you know. So I remember, you know, a lot of those guys, they used to hustle, make a little money on the streets back in the day, you know. And this dude named, they used to call him Spanish Jose. They used to call him Spanish Jose back in the day, right? Now, Spanish Jose, I don't even know his real name. I never asked his real name. Spanish Jose was he was cool with everybody, seemed like. You know what I'm saying? And one thing that I disagreed with my cousin is like he would do his dirt and have all these different people around, right? And I'm looking at him, I'm like, boy, you might be from the streets, but you ain't that smart. And no. I mean, he got all these different people, white, Puerto Rican, Jamaican, whatever. All these different people. And I was taught that if you're going to do some dirt, don't include anybody else. Do it yourself. But, you know, in New York, they have a different mentality. You know, so I'm like, yeah, I don't know, bro. But over time, my cousin got locked up. In and out of jail. He might he'll go to Rikers Island for like 2 months here, 4 months there, 10 months there. But he ain't never got no prison time until about 10 years ago. He ended up doing about 10 years. He did like 10 years in New York State Prison, all right? And I'm like, yo. Now he's the only one went to jail now. He the only one went to prison out of all these guys and gals. So I'm like, the only person that didn't go to jail or local jail or prison is Spanish Jose. So I'm like, wait a minute, bro. That dude is telling on you, bro. And you too stupid enough to figure it out. I mean, the shit to me is clear as day. If I'm going to jail, in and out of jail, prison, and everybody else is free, Spanish Jose ain't seen a day in jail, and he been around y'all the whole time. Bro, the snitch is right in front of you. You know, y'all not really friends. Y'all not really friends, man. Y'all just, you know, hang out buddies or whatever the case may be. You know, I'm like, come on, bro. I mean, some of these guys that claim they from the streets, boy, it don't seem like. I mean, come on. I mean, I ain't no street dude, but I got a whole bunch of common sense. And some of this shit, me, I wouldn't fall for it, you know, because I know, based on my experience, I've worked with a lot of these different people on jobs and doing whatever, and they always tell on us. Always. That's a part. I was told that that's a part of doing business. No, I ain't from the streets. I never claimed to be. But even I know better. Even I know not to fall for certain shit. The shit that they fall for. And I know that being that I was around a lot of these other groups of people, they always tell on us. They tell on us on the job. They tell on us on the streets. They tell on us, and wherever we go, they gonna tell. And that's pretty standard. So if I know that, why would I include any of these other groups of people around me if I'm doing some type of dirt? That's all I'm saying. I learned this at an early age. I was a teenager. And I never forgot that. But these guys, some of these rappers, so-called rappers, claim they from the streets. They lie. They not. I know guys that used to live that life, and they don't do what a lot of these other dudes do that claim they from the streets. And then they don't glamorize that they from the streets either. That's another thing. That's another red flag. You know? So I'm like, bro, now my cousin, he got to do 10 years. And it took him, now he's what, 50? Took him 30 years to figure out that his tight buddy, Spanish Jose, been telling on him the whole time. Come on, man. It take 30 years to figure that out. Come on, man. Now he just getting out of jail recently. And now he's looking back. You know, he ain't gonna say I was right. He ain't gonna say that, you know, whatever. So everybody's cool. That's why I say everybody's cool until the cops show up. Everybody's cool until everybody's black until the cops show up. When the cops show up, hey, I'm Mexican. I'm Puerto Rican. I'm Jamaican. Everybody's something else until the police show up. But when we having a good time, partying, smoking, you're drinking, you're sexing, oh, hey, we all cool in the game, we all black, man. You know, it's that type of bullshit. And I never fell for it. Never. I never fell for it. I'm not saying some of these people ain't cool, but I just never fell for none of that bullshit. You know, and a lot of people from New York, they grew up around a lot of these people, hang around a lot of these people. I'm from South Carolina. You know, I'm from South Carolina. I didn't grow up around anybody but black people when I was growing up. And it wasn't no foreigners when I was growing up. So I wasn't really exposed to none of that until my cousin came down when he used to come down during the summer. And then I was like, yo, man, you on some other shit. You know, we don't talk. And listen to how they talk. Listen to how they talk. They talk like this. They'll be like, yo, they cool. They Spanish niggas. Like, what? Man, we don't talk like that down here, bro. Spanish niggas? Well, what the hell is this bullshit, bro? No, bro. No, no. We don't talk like that. Y'all talk to them like that? No, bro. No, bro. We don't talk like that down here. Like, we don't give people a pass just because y'all cool and everything. No. No, man. New York, You know, they got their own way of talking, own way of speaking, own way of doing whatever. And from what I've seen, you had a bunch of people that'll hang out with you, party with you, get what they can get out of you, and as soon as they get on their feet, they out. On to the next. That's what I've been seeing. You know, that's what I've been seeing over the years. Oh, I don't fuck with them no more, but I cut them off like 10 years ago. You know, that's how it is. So nobody's really friends like you really think. Up as far as my cousin goes, anyways. Like living in New York City, ain't nobody really friends like that. No, they're not really friends. Let's just act like we're cool, you know. Let's get what we can. Let's take what we can take, and then we up out of here. And the celebrities do the same thing. Celebrities do the same thing. Entertainers do the same thing. What they'll do is the same old play. The celebrities from these other groups, they start hanging around the black people. They start hanging around the people that got the charm, the charisma, that got the motion. And over time, as soon as they get their weight up, then they start talking shit online, talking about fuck black people, this and that. I'm like, where that came from? You know? They go to the awards, talk mad shit at the BET Awards. Now, the BET Awards ain't worth a damn. You know, I'm not saying, you know, it's worth a shit. But a lot of these people are mad disrespectful. But when they go to their awards, they don't act like that. You know, that's all. I observe a lot of different things that's going on that I see on TV or on the internet. And I be like, oh, that's how they doing it. These people are mad disrespectful, man, out here. And they think you're just supposed to just say nothing. You're supposed to be cool with that shit. No, I'm not cool with it. I'm not cool with it. But see, here's the deal. I'm not friends with any of these people from these other groups. So, like I said, I never fell for the bullshit. I never fell for it. Yeah, I never fell for it. I never thought we was cool. Just because you black and you from Nigeria that we supposed to be automatically cool. Nah, man, these people talk mad shit. I met some people from these other countries. They bad disrespectful. Cause see, I used to be in the Navy with a lot of these guys, so I know how they think, and I know how they feel. But even before I went in the Navy, I knew better, based on my experience. So I ain't one of those people that I'm cool with everybody. You know, nah, I'm not cool with everybody. That's not even my personality. That's not even my personality, you know. But I just knew better at an early age. I knew that a lot of these people like to cosplay. They'll act like they're us to get what they want. Even when I was in Japan. When I was in Japan, I saw a lot of Nigerians acting like they were Black American. There's a lot of Nigerians in Japan still to this day. I used to see them, they dress like us. And when they start talking, they didn't have to say shit. I knew it. But they used to fool the Japanese girls. You know, they can fool the Japanese girls. You couldn't fool me. Because when we see a Nigerian, it don't matter where. When I see a Nigerian, whether it's Japan, Maine, or Spain, I know you ain't from where I'm from. We don't dress the same. We don't look the same. And we don't talk the same. And we don't even smell the same. They smell like muss. You know? So when they see me, they eyes usually get big. You know, like, he's Black American for real. He from America for real. Yeah. You know? So I used to see this in Japan. I'd be like, oh, these guys just cosplaying. They just trying to get what they can get out of the Japanese girls, and then they'll move on to the next. So I ain't really take them serious. You know? They just scheming and scamming. That's all they was doing. That's how I never got jammed up. That's how I never, because I never fall for the bullshit like a lot of these other guys do. That's how my cousin ended up in prison. That's how he ended up in prison, because he thought that these people were his friends for real. And I never thought so. I always looked at it like, I just work with these people, and when it's time for me to leave and go to my next job, I'm out. We ain't hanging together. You ain't coming to my house. We not dating. None of that. I'm going to do my job and go home. That's it. That's all I did. And when it was time for me to leave, I left. You know? And hit that like button. It's time for me to leave. I left, man. I did my time, and that was it. And when I was in Atlanta, same thing. I worked my job and went home. That's it. You know? Because I wasn't on the job to make friends. It's like I wasn't in the military to make friends. You know, I was cordial. I kept it civil. And that's it. I never tried to date none of the women. And that's another thing. And I said this before. These guys are never going to be okay with you dating their sister, their cousin, their niece, or their mother. They might tolerate you, but they don't like it. They're never gonna like it. I mean, you kind of look at it from their point of view. You're an outsider coming in to their environment, and you might be the only outsider coming in their family. You might be the first that ever did it. In most cases, think about that. Like if you're talking to a girl that's I don't know, let's say Colombian. Let's say the girl's a Colombian girl. You might be the first guy that anybody has dated outside, besides a white man. I mean, you might be the first. And a lot of times, they don't really know how to take, the family don't really know how to take that shit. The dad, he ain't gonna like it. The mom will go along with it if she thinks you're you got charm, charisma, and she thinks you're handsome, she'll go along with it. And if her daughter is happy, she'll go along with it. Well, what's gonna happen is that the mom is gonna have to talk to her dad and tell him to pipe down and relax, because the daughter is happy. So until that changes, fall back. That's what the mom is gonna say to the husband. Fall back. As long as the daughter's happy, fall back. That's what usually happens. But they're never gonna. I don't care how much they smile with you, and invite you to the house and give you some food. Most of that damn food is probably nasty anyway. But I'm saying they're never gonna be happy with that shit. Don't listen to them. These women, they'll tell you, "Oh my parents were so happy for me. They were so happy to meet you. This and that." Man, this is a bunch of cap. That's a cap. No, they tolerate you. And see, here's the deal: the draw is always going to be that you from America. That's always going to be the main draw. Yeah, yeah. And see, you being from America, you probably better than all them dudes in her family. You probably in a better position than all them dudes in her family, including the dad. So, and that's another reason why the dad is probably going to fall back, because he gonna look at it like, at least my daughter's gonna be well taken care of, and I don't have to worry about her. I don't have to worry about that side. Because all these damn people, more than likely, they're in the same goddamn household. It's packing that damn house. You got 10, 15 people in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So she gonna be gone. That's one less people in that motherfucker. Shit. You know? That's another thing. So that's how that shit usually go, man. You know what I'm saying? What's up? What's up? Yeah, but I learned when I was in the military. He ain't really. Nah, look, you can meet some people that's cordial. You can get along with people out here. But most of the time, man, this shit is fake, man. It's not real. You know what it's like? I'll give you an example of what it's like. It's like going to a football game or basketball game, and you got fans in the crowd. People will say, man, they're showing us love. That's not real. They're just a fan. They don't like you for real. They like how you entertain them. They love how you entertain them. But if they was to really get to know you, they wouldn't like you. That's not real. It's shallow. It's a shallow way of thinking. That's not real. I learned that shit when I was in college. Because I was an athlete. Growing up, I used to play basketball. And, you know, when even at a young age, when people used to be clapping on the side, you know, when you make a shot or something like that, or a dunk or something like that, I never really got caught up in the cheers, you know, because I know the shit wasn't. I had an old another player tell me, "Hey, that shit ain't real. They're just fans. They just, you know, they just like being entertained. I mean, they might like the sport, but don't take that as. Don't get caught up in the jumping up and down and the lights and the screaming and the yelling and he said don't get caught up into that, because the same people that'll celebrate you on the way up, they'll celebrate you on the way down. You know? Boy, that was some good advice he gave me, boy, because I was so young, I did not know. I didn't realize it. I thought that as an athlete, these people, they like us for real. No. I thought these people like us for real. You know? I gotta plug my phone up. Yeah, I thought people like us for real. You know, as when I as an athlete. But no. No, especially football is different. The NFL is different. You look like bananas. Banana is yellow, not red. You asshole. Banana is yellow over here. And what color is where you came from? Yeah, I said banana. That's what it looked like. You asshole. You probably from one of them countries. You probably from one of them poor countries. From poor lame countries. What Trump said? He's from a shithole. Y'all like Trump. That's enough. You like Trump. Y'all love Trump. I don't like being abused. They voted for Trump, and then Trump sending their ass back. You voted against yourself. Oh God, come on, you got to do better than that, man. You got to do better than that. You voted against yourself. Oh no. Oh man, I'm about to get out of here soon, man. This is not fun no more. I didn't depend on being on air no more than 30 minutes, really. Yeah, but a lot of people they voted against themselves. You're supposed to vote in your best interest. I mean, if you voted for Trump, you voted. He deporting a lot of people. So I'm like, damn, man, y'all need to do a better job next time. You know, that's all I'm saying. I didn't vote for nobody. So, you know. But yeah, as I was saying, man, you know, what's up? What's going down, man? Yeah, you know these haters, man. They hate. Hey, like I never forgot what my dad said, Jordan. He said, if you ain't got no haters, you ain't doing enough. and haters hate up. They hate up, not down. So the haters in the chat is a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the haters, hey, that's a good thing. I play around with the haters in the chat. You know, I can handle it. You know, I get them from my parents. My parents tell me how to get at them, and you know, I never get caught off guard. Hey, but P.S. and by the way, hey, don't forget, go get my book, my new best-selling book, Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com. 500 pages a game. Love at first click. You already know what it is, man. And that's me on the back. That's me on the back, baby. You already know what it is. We out here, man. We representing. We meeting people worldwide, making connections worldwide. If you want, you can make them local if you want. But hey, man, the world is your oyster. You know what I'm saying? You know, I tell people if you want to meet people online, you should focus local, your state, your town, your city, or whatever. Now, if you want to meet people long distance, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? But it's all here. I talk about all the scamming, the scheming, and the scamming. It's all in here. Everything that I can't say online is right here. The scheming and the scamming. You know, the scheming and the scamming is all in the book, and some. You know. But yeah, man, you know, All I'm saying, man, is when it comes to these other groups of people at your job, you work with a lot of these people. You work with a lot of these people. They're not your friends. They're not. Y'all just work together, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? See, everybody's cool when the cops show up, and when the damn benefits come. And when the benefits, and we all black, man, everybody black. Yeah, we love hip hop. Yo, we love hip hop, yo. Bullshit. I remember, check this out. I remember when I was growing up, hip hop music, the only people that was listening to that shit was us. These other groups of people, they hated that shit. They still do hate it. They didn't like. Let me tell you when hip hop music started to be like, when other people started to like it. When Eminem came out, that's when other people started to like it. But before that, man, they hated that shit. Man, they hated Rakim, Nas. Man, they hated that shit. Run DMC, oh hell no. Man, they hated that shit, man. I'm telling you, even people that I know still to this day, you name any group, I don't care what group of people it is, they hate. They like Drake a little bit. I'll give you that. Anybody else? Oh, hell no. They'll listen to it for a while, and the hate is going to build up in them, and they're going to go look for somebody within their culture that sounds similar, like Burna Boy. They'll go look for Burna Boy, somebody like Burna Boy in their culture, wherever they live at, because they ain't got nobody. They don't got no Nas. They don't got no Beyonce. You know, they don't really got nobody like that in a lot of these places. So it's like, they don't got no Michael Jackson. They don't got no Prince. They don't got no Mary J. Blige. They don't got no, they don't got nobody like that where they from. So what they'll do is listen to the music that I listen to, and they can't listen to it but so long, though. They'll be like, damn, this motherfucker is great. And there's nobody in my neighborhood or in my country that sound like them. So what they'll do is try to copy the person and duplicate the person, or find somebody else that's like them or similar, right? If they can't do that, they'll be like, damn, I just got to listen to this motherfucker forever, man. Because you can't duplicate Michael Jackson. You can't duplicate Nas. Some people have tried. Can't. Can't duplicate Mary J. Blige. Prince. You can't. You know? Most of these people are haters. I don't believe in that phrase a lot of people use. What they say, it's a phrase that they use. A lot of people use it. It's bullshit. They'll say, jealousy is, how do they say that shit? I forgot how they say that. Well, they make it seem like if someone copies or steals my shit, that's somehow is the best form of flattery, or man, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Stealing is stealing. I don't give a damn about none of that shit. I ain't no compliment. What are you talking about? If someone knocks you off or steal your shit, there's nothing good about that. What are you talking about? But a lot of people do that. A lot of people do that shit. I'm like, man, you know how many times my shit has gotten stolen online and ripped off? Yeah, I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example right now. This book, somebody knocked it off. This is a hardcover of this book. I had another copy of a paperback copy of this book. Somebody took the whole goddamn title and started a poem book on Amazon. They took the whole damn title and they wrote a poem book on the shit. Now, before this title, Love Can't Wait, nobody had this title online until I got it. And as soon as it started to sell, some guy got a poem book and another cat got a dating book. That's what I'm talking about. That ain't no... When I saw that, I didn't look at that and say, oh, that's a compliment. No, it ain't. No, it's not. That ain't no compliment when somebody rip you off. I ain't cool with that shit. Hell no. People need to stop saying that. That's bullshit. People are saying things just because they don't want to say anything negative. Whatever, man. I ain't that type of guy. So these people secretly are haters from these other countries, in these other groups. That's the truth, based on my experience. Yeah, they'll smile in your face. Smile in your face and stab you in the back. All the time they want to take your place. Backstabbers. They did a song about it. That's the truth. Be careful. With the AI, yeah. Hey, check this out. I'm glad you said that, Jordan. AI ain't good enough. AI ain't good enough for me yet anyway. AI don't have no emotions. Now, if you're an average type of cat, AI is great for an average dude or average gal, but AI don't got no emotions. So I don't worry about it. That's just part of the game. But at the same time, I don't accept them backhand compliments like, hey, stealing is the best form of flattery. Get your ass out of here. Get your ass out of here with that bullshit. That's like a backhand compliment. You know. But hey, man, that's all. All I'm saying, man, is I'm not saying everybody is bad, but I'm saying, when a lot of these people come over here, they're not coming over here to be your friend. And when you go to these other countries to visit or live, whatever you're trying to do, they're trying to see what they can get out of your ass. They're not your friend. As soon as that money stop coming in, if you're overseas in another country, as soon as that money stop coming in, they ain't your friend no more. It's a transactional type relationship overseas, for the most part. And the lying and the scamming is that's kind of common. It's accepted amongst these other people. See, over here, we kind of when it comes to lying and scamming over here, when we deal amongst each other, we kind of like, oh shit, boy, if that motherfucker catch me in a lie, I don't know what he might do. You know what I'm saying? We kind of, if we're gonna lie to you, we're gonna get the hell away from you. We're not gonna come and still hang around you. Not these other people. They'll lie to you, lie to each other, scam each other, and then be like, and move on and act like nothing happened. Well, see, we don't operate like that. Yeah, if you lie and scam and do something to us, it's going to usually be some type of get back. You know. But hey, man, that's all I got. Just be careful out here. Everybody ain't your friend. You know. It's some, like I said, there's some people who are cool, but that don't mean y'all friends. Y'all might work together, might do business together. That don't mean y'all cool. You know, when shit hit the fan, they're gonna throw you under the bus. If it happens, don't be surprised. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. You know. So hey, like, share this episode. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to check out my website, loveatfirstclick.com. This is gonna be in the show notes. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.